As we all know, Spider-Man and Batman are two of the most iconic heroes on the planet. The faces of Marvel and DC, built by completely different worlds, Spider-Man swings in with super strength, spider sense, and a whole lot of webbing. Batman strikes with genius-level strategy, martial arts mastery, and a weapon for every nightmare. But here's the question nobody ever really asks. What happens when those worlds collide? What happens when Spider-Man is thrown against villains built for psychological warfare, and Batman suddenly has to fight enemies who don't even pretend to follow the laws of physics? What happens when they switch villains? Spider-Man's first crash landing into Gotham's madness comes in the form of the Joker, a villain who doesn't need powers. Because his superpower is chaos, Spidey uses humor to break tension, but Joker twists that energy against him. In The Dark Knight, Joker destroys people with impossible moral choices, and that's Peter's biggest weakness: guilt. Joker would press that button over and over. Every rescue turns into a trap. Every victory feels staged. And suddenly, Spider-Man's optimism, the thing that usually saves him, becomes a liability. Sure, Peter can toss Joker across the room without even trying. But if Joker targets Aunt May, Uncle Ben, Gwen Stacy, anyone Peter loves, he can control Spider-Man without ever throwing a punch. And if Joker cracks Peter emotionally, Scarecrow finishes the job psychologically. Fear toxin is already terrifying for normal people, but mix it with spider sense, a danger detector that fires like an alarm system, and you get total sensory overload. We've seen Peter panic when illusions mess with his instincts. Mysterio in Far From Home. Now imagine those moments stretched into full-blown hallucinations. Uncle Ben, Gwen, Aunt May, twisted visions designed to break him spider sense firing non-stop. No way to tell what's real. Spider-Man eventually recovers, he always does, but that first hit, it's brutal. Gotham doesn't just punch you, it crawls into your head and moves the furniture around. Then comes Bane, and now the fight becomes physical and strategic. In The Dark Knight Rises, Bane dismantles Batman with pure strength and battlefield intelligence. In Nightfall, he breaks Batman by studying him for months. Against Spider-Man, Bane realizes instantly he can't win a speed contest, so he plays the long game. He watches Peter's movement patterns, forces close combat, and uses grapples to trap him. Spidey's strength gives him the edge, but one mistake, one cocky moment, and Bane can end the fight in a snap. By the time Spider-Man gets through Joker, Scarecrow, and Bane, he's physically fine, but mentally, he's cooked. Gotham attacks the mind more than the body, and Peter's not used to fighting that kind of war. Meanwhile, Batman touches down in New York and immediately meets the Green Goblin. Goblin fights like a hurricane wearing armor, super strength, regeneration, explosives, and high-speed aerial chaos. In the Raimi movies, Goblin throws Spider-Man through brick walls. In the comics, he hits even harder. Batman treats Goblin like a metahuman terrorist instead of a costumed lunatic. He studies flight patterns, predicts bombing angles, tracks glider maneuvers. But Goblin is unpredictable, and that forces Batman to adapt on the fly. It's a fight where brains can beat power, but one wrong move and Batman becomes New York road paint. Just as Batman starts getting used to the madness, Venom arrives and things get ugly fast. Venom overwhelms Spider-Man physically, and Spider-Man is already much stronger than Batman. The symbiote hits like a tank, moves in bursts, and shapeshifts mid-attack. Batman's discipline helps him resist the symbiote's whispers, but the physical gap is massive. To win, Batman has to find Venom's weaknesses, sound and fire, and survive long enough to use them. Then comes Doctor Octopus, and suddenly, the fight becomes pure chess. Oc's arms think with him, react with him. In Spider-Man 2, he tanks punches, throws cars, and calculates every move. Comic Ock is even smarter, upgrading constantly, always improving. Batman can't overpower the tentacles, but he can outthink Otto. He hunts for neural links, sensory nodes, AI behavior patterns, any crack in the system. What makes this matchup so fun is that it becomes brain versus brain, a strategist versus a scientist, each analyzing the other in real time. And eventually, Batman turns Ock's confidence against him. By the end of the New York Gauntlet, Batman's bruised, exhausted, and pushed to his physical limit, but mentally sharper than ever. Spider-Man survives Gotham because his powers carry him through battles, Batman barely escapes, but Joker and Scarecrow drag him into emotional territory he's never faced. Batman survives New York because strategy lets him outthink villains built to destroy superhumans. But Goblin and Venom push him right to the edge physically, so who adapts faster? Batman. Who can endure more damage? Spider-Man, easily. Now here's the real debate. Who gets the tougher lineup? Spider-Man, facing Gotham's psychological warfare, or Batman, fighting New York's superhuman chaos? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.